and today I'm announcing a brand new series called The Dojo. This is a series that will take place on TEW 2016, and this will differ from my other series ECW Lives, as I will be adding 12 custom characters into the current day real world database, and those characters will be created by you, the viewer.
Hello and welcome back to Curbstomp City and another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016. And today we're holding the last recorded show in Osaka, Japan. This is being held in the Osaka Regent Garden, which is where we held the last Revolt. It appears we're getting 264 fans tonight, so it must be TV shows we get 250 odd and events we get 500. Before we can run the show, we have an incident involving Cesaro and Harley Race. And Cesaro was brought to wrestler's court, accused of forgetting to shake another worker's hand. And he has to buy drinks, so yeah. Not really big news. And the success of ECW Osaka Live and ECW Rising has added a good impact to the backstage rating. And we have some negative influences, but mainly positive in terms of talent. I also want to try and fix the relationship between AJ Styles and Rhino again, because they're going to be around a long time. So AJ and Rhino, I think I've done this before and it failed, so let's just try again. And it had no effect again, so yeah. So we start with a video airing showing Jushin Liger versus Kaz Hayashi from last night, where Jushin Liger won the ECW Osaka Heavyweight Championship. And then it says that the rematch will happen tonight, and Kaz Hayashi is going to get his shot at the Osaka Championship. And that got a 65 based on overness, so that's good. We're trying to leave out talking promos just for while we're in Japan. But we have got one on the show, but that's it. So. And in a bout with great wrestling and good heat, Kaz Hayashi and Jushin Liger have done it again. And they've put on a great match. But this time, Kaz Hayashi wins back the ECW Osaka Heavyweight Championship. So he lost it last night and he's won it back from Jushin Liger. And Kaz Hayashi got a 68. Jushin Liger got an 84. And yeah, we got a 79B overall, which is great. I'm kind of wishing we could run all the time in Japan, but we can't really do that realistically. And to stay with what could happen in real life. But yeah, this time in Japan's been quite good in terms of ratings, I think. Well, I say that and then this happens, but local worker Garuda is in the ring waiting for his opponent Monsuta. And then Monsuta and Rhino enter the arena, and before the bell can ring, Monsuta attacks Garuda and takes him out. And then Rhino and Monsuta leave the arena without saying a word. So this is just designed to get Rhino on screen to take the sex appeal box. And we've done it without them talking. And yeah. See, a 39D minus. Not too bad. Could be worse. And in a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Fergal Devitt, AJ Styles and Minoru Tanaka defeated Super Crazy and Jesse and Jeff in 9 minutes 41 when AJ Styles pinned Jeff Jarrett with a quick cradle. And Minoru Tanaka was head and shoulders above everyone else. But this match is just designed to give Fergal Devitt a bit of screen time and put him in the ring with good workers. Should boost his popularity quite well. And his team's got the win as well. But AJ got the pinfall on tag team champion Jeff Jarrett. And I specifically made this happen. And Jeff Jarrett wasn't happy about it, so I kept him strong. He still wasn't happy about it. But in terms of the story, it has to happen. And Fergal Devitt is getting better at his gimmick again. Minoru Tanaka got an 82. AJ 58, Fergal Devitt 42 this time, Super Crazy 44. Jesse James actually got the worst with 35, and Jeff Jarrett got 58. So yeah, Minoru Tanaka's really performing over in Japan, and this popularity will rub off onto the USA as well since it's on TV. So yeah, 60C for that one. And then in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Rhino defeated Yoshinari Ogawa in 15 minutes 27 by pinfall with a gore, and Rhino wins the GPWC World Heavyweight Championship. And this had to happen. Rhino lost the belt because of Noah, and we just got to give him it back because we want Rhino to be the champion, basically, and the undisputed champion. So yes, it's kind of been a nice little story for Rhino to have while over in Japan. But yeah, that's over with now, and he's got the title back. And he got a 61, probably because he's not as over in Japan as he could be, or as he is in America anyway. And then Ogawa got 72, and this got a 72 overall, B minus. And yeah, this was set to Wild Brawl. That's about it. And after the match, this is the one with the talking, so the rating's gone down a bit, but hopefully the matches keep it at a good level. And Rhino grabs a mic after the match, and Rhino says, "I told you all I would take back what is mine. I want the GPWC to go into the history books and scratch out the name Yoshinari Ogawa. I am the single most dominant champion in the world." And then Samoa Joe's music hits, and Rhino stands looking at the ramp anxiously waiting for the arrival of Samoa Joe. And then Joe sneaks up behind Rhino and simply taps him on the shoulder and looks him dead in the eye when he turns round. And Rhino rolls out of the ring and quickly escapes up the rampway. And Samoa Joe laughs and picks up Rhino's 2 belts, one in each hand, whilst wearing the television championship around his waist. So Joe stood in the ring, and it's going to be quite the picture. He's got 3 belts on him. And yeah, this feud is starting to pick up now. And that's the reason I wanted to give the belt back to Rhino, because I wanted to produce this image of Joe holding the 3 belts. And yeah, that was going to happen anyway. But we had a little bit of a stumbling block, but we're back on track now. And 23 E minus overall. And we've got a C plus 86. We've met the requirement of Bravo, which is the main thing. And maybe the promos held us back a little bit, especially that last one. And the matches I can't complain about. And this show increased our popularity in 21 regions. And ECW Revolt got a 1.28 this week. And that'll be because we've got a better time slot. If you watch the last episode, you'll know that we've moved to late evenings instead of late night. And Samoa Joe says Monsuta is going to be a star, in my opinion. He is worth pushing hard. So the Japanese crowd aren't a fan of Monsuta when he wrestles, but Joe likes him, so mixed opinions there. And Super Crazy isn't happy with the schedule. I mean, he's barely been on the show. And the Gower's left anyway, so that's irrelevant. Let me just see what Super Crazy is on. Okay, so his downside is 450. So he's not too much of a detriment to the finances. So we'll just keep him around for a job guy. Before we go, we're just going to look at the roster overview screen. So when the main event starts, we've got Vampiro, just incredible still. Jesse James, Jeff Jarrett, Samoa Joe, and Rhino. Then upper mid carders are John Cena, who probably needs to be on TV a bit more, but there's not really been room for him. But I have got an idea of bringing someone into feud with him. But I'll just keep it at that. I'm not going to tell you who yet. Minoru Tanaka is upper mid card now that Vampiro is back. He actually dropped down to upper mid. Jushin Liger, Taka, Hibuto Guerrera, and Kaz Hayashi. On the mid card, we've got AJ Styles, Liz Mark, Spike, Jay Briscoe, Kevin Steen, Tajiri, Tommy Dreamer, and CM Punk. CM Punk will be back on our screens very soon as well. He got written out for a reason. Super Crazy, Aries, Monsuta, Felon take up the lower mid-card slots, and openers are Chris Hero, Fergal Devitt, Angel Williams, Cesaro, and we have Mikey Whipwreck, occasional wrestler, who we never use literally ever. He might even be a candidate for release, but we're just going to leave that for now. Also, quickly, just want to look at Fergal Devitt's popularity now. and he's gone up to 11s in America, apart from Hawaii, and he's more popular in Kinky than anywhere because he's done more shows there than anywhere. But yeah, he's gone up from 0s, and he's done all right. To be fair, could be a lot worse. And the spillover has gone into Europe and Australia as well, and Mexico. So yeah, that's all good. He's progressing well. But we're going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode, and if you're excited for the next episode, hit the like button, and it'll probably happen sooner. Subscribe for more TEW 2016 and general wrestling content, and until next time, peace.